Hello and welcome back to another video. It's Salad, and we're actually about to get ready to do some testing. Or by testing, I mean we're gonna play some co-op. So I've been looking over some of the stuff, and essentially, I've been wanting to clear some of the stuff. I've been like relatively busy. I've been clearing most of the stuff. I haven't really shown it, but I've been wanting to kind of work on a video and see how it goes, essentially. But I kind of want to show you. I wanted to show you um, what it really tends to look like when I kill stuff. It's nothing like super crazy. I think that most people kind of will have gotten into rhythm on this stuff. TLDR for most people that don't choose to participate on or I say participate, like people that don't get the characters that they're asking on the events typically don't get much benefit out of it. So, how to put it? Yeah, no, it's hard to participate in some of these events. It's not really that as straightforward as I would like it to be personally. Pressure is not bad. I think I was gonna go with this one because Masaki gives me 40% status ailment trigger pressure boost. What's with this? Nope, that's not good for him. Senna. Senna Spirits Brush is $3.99. Is that the sword of Spirits Pressure, right? It is. Ichigo, where's Ichigo? Okay, so he's just got a high iron in it. So we're gonna replace him for that. Yeah, but I kind of show you. Yeah, it's really been looking like for me because it's nothing like difficult. But I kind of just recently leveled him up because I've been farming stuff for him and just kind of logging in, just making sure that I have enough materials for him. I didn't have enough before for the link slots, but a couple of days passed and I have enough, so that should be ideally enough for now. Because everybody else has had enough. Like if we look at my stuff links, right? So the Bambi, what's it? Candice and Mininess are pretty good. They're plus 20, plus 20, 20, 20, 20. They're max transcendent, I think is what they call it nowadays. I don't really think I use anybody else really. There's nobody that really gets a bonus to their stuff, and if they do, it's kind of a little bit less and less damage. Yeah, and there's Suifon that has 25% extra coins. But man, I'll tell you something. You get instantly kicked if you have any character that is either mediocre or not good enough. Instantly kicked, and it's kind of a little bit obnoxious. It's always been like this, so it's kind of nice whenever you do have the characters. So I've been trying to upgrade my Byakuya as much as I can. But it's been a bit of a struggle because I'm really just missing the power stuff, and I was literally just trying to see if I could upgrade Ichigo so I could not get kicked instantly. Because I'm not gonna hold you, it's a little bit cancerous with that kind of stuff. You get kicked so quickly, and it's literally just that one that I'm missing. Call it. I'm just missing the Byakuya power things. I think at this point, there's that one. I think possibly. No, I should only be using that. Pots. And half the people are either not even half the there's a bunch of people that either can't do it on difficulty on harder difficulties, it just won't do it. But there's nobody present on the regular, and it's so whack. So basically, you have a choice of doing it very hard early in the morning. Focus on bonus, no weak characters allowed. Focus on spiritual pressure. I probably have enough. 250 only. Fast ring bonus characters only. I'm gonna go with focus on bonus and we'll see how that goes. Oh, then it's closed. Fantastic. Bonus, please carry. Oh god, sorry. Fast ring bonus character only. iPod when I mod. Only bonus, insta win. Oh, this might be a modder. So I'm just gonna like. It's interesting to see this because it's like I. If you play the game, like you'll understand what I'm talking about. 'Cause this is so like really weird. We're gonna join in. We can join one. It is a little obnoxious. Look at this. Cool. And I can't really get the 5 clear because I haven't really cleared this. I've been like working on his stuff, so it's like relatively obnoxious. I was thinking of getting Last of Survival as a skill, but I went with Focus. If stuff gets rough, I would look into seeing about possibly upgrading a Soul Reaper, the Soul Reaper cape thing. But I'm not entirely sure how you upgrade it. Like if you don't have anything on it.
お前におもちゃをやる。これで終わらせて。これで怖いか。これ。
Oh, okay, okay. What happened? What just happened? Yeah, and stuff like this happens, and I'm not entirely sure why they happen. So it's either lag or something else entirely. Because it's really like obnoxious to say the least. Bonus, please carry. Please carry. I carry River to X5. Twitch farm to chill. I think there's somebody like that's like a Twitch streamer, but man, this like let's try this one. Nope. Close it. No way characters allowed. Let's try this one. I like feels like so awkward with these things, man. Because I think we give our party like 20% increased strong damage. Nope. Instantly kick. Okay. A ranker, full stamina damage bonus. List. Steam charm attack. Not even a good one, bro. I considered upgrading this one actually. I want to see if I could get this one, but I'm really. What? Weird. Yeah, I'm not gonna hold her. I have a problem with how this handles, especially with the lag. It's always been a pain. I don't know if anybody has really. I say anybody. I bet most people that actually play like Raid are basically get annoyed like half the time. And this doesn't happen the first time you clear it. You have to like clear it when you're like half annoyed. And I lose damage. I'm sorry, what just happened? Yeah, this is exactly what I mean. Like, I couldn't tell you why I'm dead. Okay, I'm dead again. Fantastic. And if they time it wrong, like the damage just scale. Oh, we cleared that time, I guess. Yeah, no. This is kind of like I think the issue with co-op. It's either a buggy mess or a confusing scenario because it's not client side and it is so dependent on. I couldn't tell you what exactly, but all I know is that this thing lacks like a mother. But let me actually take a look at my access just to see if I could like swap out some of my uh, things. Really, let me see if I can upgrade a. See, we have one of these tension tie. So we're actually gonna upgrade this one. Bam, bam. There we go. Hold the power up. Oh, okay. That's something. Alright, we're gonna reroll the effect. We're gonna do it until we get spiritual pressure, and 30, close. Okay. There we go. How many rolls? 15? 3. Okay. That's good. I don't know if anybody has ever actually looked at how much stuff I've had, but I've had like 500 at some point. It's gone down by a bit. Some of this stuff gets awfully expensive. But let's see. After that, I'm gonna go to co-op raids. Then that is on for pressure. Because I get like a really big boost of debuffing. It's like my spiritual pressure gets really high whenever I do that, but like it's hard. It's genuinely really hard to get. But let's see. That we should double our damage pretty much, and then let's join somebody else. Or not. Bam, bam. Point. Need carry. I need people that can play with me properly. Pots, cool. Only pots, yo. Sure. And then it pretty much carries on like this. Oh my god. This is gonna be a fun round, okay. Okay. That is great. That looks optimal as fuck, really. I'm gonna be so for real. That is so funny. I need to pop off, like, the abilities and see how that goes. But whatever just happened is dead. Holy. Well. That was actually peak, man. Okay. So I've seen runs like that before. That is funny. That is actually really funny. Let's see what this one is. Let's see how those go. So it's yeah, because the other thing, right? So one, two things happen. Nothing goes wrong. Everything's perfectly fine. Either there's a random. Okay, so Riverco, what do you do? Oh, that's kind of. Is that for party? Medic. That's kind of mediocre. We're already maxed. I don't know how this is gonna go. We've got two Ichigo, so that's 20, 20, 20. Extra 60% into attack damage, that's 40%. Oh, that's an 80%. Okay. We'll probably do this, probably. But yeah, no. So overall, the entire raid events are such picky-pocketed events that I absolutely really. They're interesting, they're fun, and they're in their own prospect. The problem is really a mixture of the lag. Um, really, sometimes it's not even really that much of an issue because I'm not gonna hold you. Sometimes you have a mod, it's easier for the player really as a casual. Like you don't want to struggle with this stuff. This is obnoxious. Really.
これで一気に片をつけさせてもらうぜケツが
This?
これで終わらせてやる怖いか悪いなまだ死ぬ気にはなれねえんだ
Okay, so that was more of a fair fight, quote unquote fair.
あっけないもんだな
Ichigo walking is really awkward. Only Eric's a little bit weird. Well, yeah, let's actually talk about this a little bit. Let's actually put this a little bit on pause. So, the reason I'm making this video is not necessarily to kind of showcase as much. I am showcasing a little bit of my character, but I just kind of want to wanted to get like opinions on this stuff because I won't hold you. As much as I like this game mode, like the co-op game mode, and this is me coming to somebody that's. I do that game mode because it seems interesting, it seems fun, it's chaotic. It's not necessarily the worst thing, but as chaotic as it is, it's really inconsistent. I don't like wasting my time with this. I sometimes will do it like 10 times in a row, but my most brutally honest truth is that this is an obnoxious game mode to play. And I don't know what, it's really just, it's not that much of a big deal to really, like, do much about it, but I enjoy the game world. I like the characters. The characters are fine. Playing the game on your own is fine. PvP has been so far okay. Like I won't hold you. Like you need meta characters. The problem right now, for example, in like the case for PvP is if we look at the top used characters, there's only two that are like the most used. The reason being is because I actually looked into it, and the reason she's the most used, and I might actually have to really look into investing in the banner again. It's primarily if I want this character to stay quote unquote meta relevant. Mininess as a character is too good for its own sake. The character is great. The problem is that it's so great it kind of takes away from like anybody else really needing anything else. And if we look at and really her issue is not really as much as it is with this stuff because so where do I start, right? So the problem really comes about whenever we have abilities that are brave battle only. Persistence is an ability that if you are not aware about, it is the second coming of Last Ditch Survival, but with a little bit of a true invincibility bonus. What Persistence does, it keeps your character alive for what is essentially 10 seconds without getting killed. If we actually take a look at the actual effect, so Persistence characters will regain 1 health point and are temporarily immune to all of the attacks and the ailments for 5 seconds after they are killed. There are currently only 2 characters that have this effect. It is 1,000 Year Blood War 2024 Orihime, the character I wanted myself. Not because of any particular reason, as much as it is as simple as Orihime Gabe Guba. But for the case of her, characters being so undeniably not necessarily paywall as much as it is just wall behind utility as her runs into like the issue that this thing is gonna get literally outright outclassed, and I've seen people talking about this. Persistence as a skill is kind of um, is the same as lasted survival with like an extra oomph to it, which is it's immune to permanent lasted survival skills. And the only way to really go about it is to get persistence yourself. And there's only two characters, and it's only so long until those characters get outclassed and outmatched, and then we kind of go in a loop. So either you have persistence and you ignore that stuff, or you have invincibility and then you pretty much ignore everybody else. The reason I haven't really been making any of the PP stuff as much as I've been wanting to is because it really is just pick your poison, pretty much. And that's really kind of like my issues currently with the game. So PvP is cool. Is click your fight your battles correctly. Like, let me show you this, right? So, two of my characters are gonna die instantly. The only character that matters right now is Meniness. Persistence will keep her at 1 HP, and she can't die. There is nothing really quite as bad, personally, as it is to have such a thing like that. And this is maybe a bit of a hot take on that stuff. I like the characters. I will use them. I'm not going to hold you. If it's good for me to use them, I will use them outright. The problem is, if I didn't like the character, I would have no way as a player to really understand. Because here's the thing, right? I like Meaningless. Meaningless looks banger. It's literally an impulse as simple as, hey, this character looks cool. I got it. And she was coincidentally beneficial to me. Her chance, she was coincidental. I wanted Rengiku, personally. The best thing I got out of that banner was honestly Meaningless, because she has more utility. And, well, I say more utility. She is more useful in PvP. She has, like, such an overwhelming utility on PvP that is actually disgusting. Rengiku is not bad. She's doing really good on the current PvE stages. Problem I have is that I don't really like using Rengiku as much. That's kind of it. She has her place in time. Her timing can be really good, but it's really, really obnoxious. But where does this lead us essentially, right? So co-op is painful. PvP is the same thing, but you have to max out your characters pretty much. That's the only difference. Co-op, you have to get the characters from the roster, from the summons. I'm not gonna hold you. The more I look at and it's really obnoxious because I think people that summon for like this game have different issues, because I haven't really had issues getting orbs as many other people's, and I'm not gonna hold you. The orbs are perfectly fine. If you're like a new player, you have more incentive to summon on the new stuff. The problem is, as a newer player, it's really difficult to get to more of the later end game stuff because you're just not able to. Not really. Co-op is like definitely difficult. Building characters is really obnoxious. And I have a lot of characters, yes, but not all of them are really good. Like, tell you something, it took me like 3 months, give or take more, to build up my roster of like farming teams. Actually, probably took me longer than 6 months, because Eburn came out. How long ago did Eburn come out? Hold on, I think he came out like last year, really. Yeah, he came out in 2023. In when did he come out? And like time passes by really fast. So, even 9 year respective all base preview for July 19th. I'll actually look at that stuff. He got released nearly 10 months ago. We're almost about the the 9th year anniversary like properly. Which, by the way, I'm so confused about what this means. By the way, 9th anniversary celebration summons. This is literally not even the anniversary of summons, man. This is some clickbait if I've ever seen any. The banner is fine. The character is great. So most of them have utility. I'm not saying they don't have utility. The problem is if you want to summon on the true anniversary banner, they're throwing so many banners at us that it's really confusing me, man. Let's put it like this. So the selection banners are fine. I like the selection banners. The problem is that sometimes they can be really, really stingy. I think I summoned on the Orihime banner, and I'm not going to hold you. That banner made me quit. That banner legitimately made me want to quit the game. That banner to me was so terrible for me that it made me want to quit the game for like quite a while. I've only recently started to come back and like play the game more consistently after getting characters I really wanted to. Like, that's really how it goes. Like, luck is a lot of like the thing that kind of it's what most Gacha games have, but like there is such level of weirdness with this that it's really chaotic, and I'm playing the game. I like how it feels. Well, there's something off about it. I was gonna kind of showcase kind of like a little bit. I wanted to showcase kind of like co-op raid mode, but like I got a bit of a rant. But like it's just so confusing. Like this, and I know there's people that have had like issues, and like hell, I'm not gonna hold you. Like, so one of the creators that I myself watch, and I hope you'll check them out too as well. And if you don't already watch him, like, well, I should check him out. Like, I think he's Air and Air. So when was it? I don't know if there was like a bit of a scandal that happened recently in like Bleach that I was not aware of at all. The only reason I heard about it was because it popped up in my recommended at some point, and this was like the scandal of cheaters in Guild Wars, or in yeah, it's not like Guild Wars as much as just Guild. And for me, it's not really that it's like a bad game. It's just I would like to just okay. That's funny. And there's the other banner that's coming. If you don't already know, like we have Grammy and Kenpachi Saraki coming to the that's who the supposedly the 9th anniversary banner is going to be about. And I'm not gonna hold you. I don't have enough like places to really look into it, nor am I really that interested in quite look into it. Like, because here's the thing, like it's not necessarily my job yet. So, as a casual player, that's what I am. I'm a casual player trying to understand and go about the game in the easiest way possible is difficult. It is just outright difficult. I get my news from when I log in. If I see 5-star stuff, I talk about it. It's interesting. I think that's how most people find out, because I'm not going to hold you. Not everybody's looking at it. Not everybody's like going other way to just kind of like, hey, let's do this thing. Let's check this out. I don't think anybody's doing this. There's not a singular person that really goes out of the way to go through a person's video and then really like, unless you're like really intrigued by something that shows up in like your feed, like hey, what's this new character that's coming out, or if you like suddenly see it on your like YouTube thumbnail, you don't really pay attention to that stuff. If you happen to find it, you will pay attention to it. There's only two things that you really care for: the schedule and the time stuff goes away, and the news. Anything else happens to come by in front of you. The news in Bleach, the news in every game, are stuff that happens to come along and you just happen to notice. The schedule of when stuff goes away is the only way to, for me personally, is the way I find out if new stuff comes out. There's that, and the fact that I'm actually subscribed to the main channel for like Feminism Shadow, Massive Guard. I'm subscribed to the Team Caravan a channel. The reason being is because I will get notifications from that pretty early on. And if I go in at this point, if I go in myself in Twitter, right? I don't really get much of anything from like the actual main Master of Garden channel. And if we take a look, like if I go like Instagram personally, right? And I know this is like a bit of a long rant. I am not gonna upload this on the day I was supposed to. I'm recording the day of the day that I have that stuff, or the day that I was planning to record stuff, because I just got a little bit annoyed. I wanted to record a video. It was supposed to be simple, but not man. Because here's the thing, right? There is a certain level of annoyance that a person can hold, a certain level of patience, right? I don't like. I do not like having this many like options sometimes, because sometimes it can be really overwhelming. So I look away from the options and I really kind of look towards what I have, and do I need it? If you want it, everything else can be ignored. But if you don't want it, it's just do you really need it? For my context, is none of the characters have been really as much of a do I need it as much as it's a mixture of do I need it and do I really want it. I wanted mininess. I'm a farmer. I like seeing numbers go higher. The reason I got a coin farmer was because I like to see coins go higher. I realistically don't need more than like I've had 1.4 billion, and maybe like probably like lost like 30 to 60 million of the coins over the course of a couple of weeks. I farmed this in like a couple of days, man. This was just me like spending trash amount of money, because like you get the correct teams essentially, and you can farm like 40 million coins in like a matter of like a couple hours. I'd say a couple hours. It's like 3 minutes. It's a couple hours. You can probably get like up to this amount. Like this is nothing. Like this is really nothing. And you don't really need this much. Like what do you get from this, right? So there's nothing I can do with this. Like if I'm being so for real. Tickets are probably like the best that you can get. Orbs are the way you spend currency. Everything else is just whatever. Chronicle Quest is probably like the second best stuff and things. No items over exchange, but I guess I don't have it unlocked, whatever. Yeah, so for this, let's see, for the case of this stuff, right? So for exchanging stuff, this is probably like one of the like this is where you like spend a lot of your tickets if you have like extra stuff. This is really important. The reason why this is important, by the way. Okay, let's see this. Okay, so this is actually showcasing what I have. So if you clear the Chronicles and you get your stuff, the next, like the highest most important thing is you essentially trying to convert your tickets into more orbs. That is the end goal of the game, converting one currency into another. That is realistically what you're doing in the game. See, so the way you get this is you spend tickets, and then you get some of this stuff. This stuff is really important. This is like the biggest importance in the game. How you get it is really what matters. And like I don't go on a rant. Like it is such a loop of stuff and things. Like it's confusing, man. It's genuinely just confusing. Further exchange medal. And yes, okay, so let's take a look. So what can this amount of gold get me? So this is 20 million, so that's 10 of these guys that are honestly really useless, to be honest. They're for increasing your things a little bit more, but they genuinely don't do much or anything. Like, not for your particular characters. Like, and it's really weird. So these guys didn't do really much. I already claimed this thing. I already have this maxed out. I genuinely don't know why I spent it last time. This stuff I have more than I'll ever need. This stuff I have more than I'll ever need. Maybe this stuff I do need. But how much gold do I need for this? Is that 20 million or 20 million? 20 million, I think. And this is a drop in the bucket. So is this... this actually is not that bad. Actually, I might actually change this. So right now, how much do I lose? 20 million. So you're telling me with 10 tickets, actually no, 5 tickets, I can get 250 potions. Actually, I will exchange some of these things. These are relatively important. They're not bad. You can obtain a lot of them through the anniversary events. And if anything, I think the most important thing in the game, I think, is the anniversary events. Most of this stuff, most of the co-op, most of the battles, most of this stuff doesn't really matter. And it's so that is the crazy part. Like I'm talking about co-op doesn't matter. Battle doesn't really matter. Like, it matters a little bit if you want the rewards, the exchange rewards that you get from this stuff, but it's more of because I'm trying to invest in some of the stuff, right? So the thing that matters to me the most right now is I'm waiting for the coin drop. I need enough stuff to just maximize my coin drop. But other than this, I don't need any of these characters. I don't. Freeze duration, cool. I think that might actually give you 100% if you have it. Strong attack damage. And I think these are easy to get, and then you can max them out or whatever. But realistically, you don't need them, man. Like, maxing these characters out is not necessarily a bad choice. It'll be good. If you can exchange 5 of them, right? So the assumption is you can exchange 5 of them. You can essentially max them out, and then you can get the higher stats in characters. That is really probably the best thing you can do. But these are not the best characters. These are not the best for your slots. These are outdated characters at this point. I think the fight duration ones are kind of not bad. The damage reduction is probably not bad. But there's probably easily better ones. Let's actually take a look at it, right? I know. I feel like I'm not even talking about my ass in this one, so I won't hold me. I'm relatively upset. There are certain characters that have true immunities to certain things. Ichigo is one of them. So immunity to everything make that not matter. So complete status immunity basically means that you can use this on any stage of whatever. I remember being here when characters had to have particular immunities. And you still can run into that issue. The reason being is because not every single character has complete status immunity. If we look at it like this, right? So I think it's innate skills. Actually, I don't think it's innate skills. I think it's skills. I don't see it. So we're gonna do this. And then any. Complete status immunity and shared complete status immunity. It doesn't really matter, man. You see this? Complete status immunity. Cool. That means that any debuff you can have doesn't matter to him. Yellow. I think all I need is a dark one. And no, I have a dark one. I don't use them, but I have a dark one. That's good to know. That's cool. Is it useful in PvE? No, you don't know why. It's called droplet increase. That's the only thing that matters nowadays. That's really what causes certain characters to be useless in battle. That's about it. Everything else is really fine. It's perfectly okay. So, if we go back to topic, am I enjoying the game? Yes. Did I want to have an easier time with co-op? I do. I do would like to, but I don't want it to be like through like what's essentially cheating, right? I would appreciate it if because they actually and they've done this recently. And I think it's like a step in the right direction, but like it's really rough. So they've added a bigger roster, and there are more useful characters now, and they have like an even bigger roster for like 2.5%, and it's cool and all. And this probably isn't like better roster, but what really kind of irks me is I just would like to kind of like take a step back for like really like I think it's Kayla, right? So I just would like to be able to play the game, man. Like that's really kind of what it is. Um, PvP is in a stage where you can touch this if you have the right characters, and it's really only like three. Like if we're being honest, it's like two characters that are the top. Out of the three that are better, probably Yamamoto. This is 1,000 Year Blood War. I think anniversary Yamamoto. Close to anniversary. And then Ewok, and he's probably gonna get replaced by another person that has persistence. Perhaps in the next update. Who knows? I don't know. I don't really have the necessarily like not necessarily not the time. I just can't be bothered to check until it comes out because for me I have to play them myself. And me seeing other people handle it is really weird because it doesn't feel the same. I think like take for example like Jinshi for example for Wuthering Waves, right? She doesn't handle well to me. She's a great character, but she doesn't feel right. Most of the characters feel fine. I can set them on auto. It's whatever. But when I want to use a character in co-op, we run into one of two issues. They're not able to be used because nobody wants to play with you. Or you don't have the correct increase of droplet count. And I think this is like an overall issue that comes about increasing like material drops. And this is me not saying like take it away because I realistically don't think it's ever going to happen. But I'd like to be able to have just more options of a more friendly play, man. I'm like genuinely just disappointed in like the co-op and PvP state. It's really obnoxious. It has really been obnoxious. I think I remember the other day I actually had my sister sit down with me, play the game, and she saw me die for like 30 minutes. Not clearly not like literally in game. I just she watched me play co-op. I died 30 times in a row. I try to use a character that seemed like good on paper, and she's good by the way. She can kind of be useful. But let me tell you what I tried to do. I tried using Meniness on the battle. on this thing. She does heavy damage. She hits so hard, man. But the problem is getting you there makes her unusable anywhere outside of PvP. And other than like the PvP kit, she's really good. You can auto that shit easily. And the less health she has, the harder she'll hit, so she won't die. She herself has the soul trait of damage reduction. If there was a damage reduction soul like a bonus, I would totally get it. I think dodge would be fine. But I think you could ignore dodge. There's certain characters that just straight up ignore dodge, I think. Or re-dodge or whatever. That's cool and all, but like... there's like nothing you can really do for like if you want to like survive longer, straight up just either stamina or defense. Like that's really the best you can really do. Like I genuinely might for mininess I might actually just put her on like defense or something. Because I think her defense is fine. The problem is like her health. It's multiple factors. Getting a valuable character is obnoxious. It's tiring, and I'm. It's really obnoxious. Just every event being like this, and they last such a long time at times, and so little, and sometimes. And here's the thing, right? So for co-op, raid battles last a month, pretty much, if not longer. For events, they don't last nearly long enough, I feel. I've like farmed at this point, like the event multiple times. I had to make sure that I had the correct characters to do this story because I wanted to have extra stuff. But I also wanted to have the letter awards because otherwise, guess what happens? What happens is I don't get enough materials or enough tickets back to do anything else. Like I have extra stuff. I have this amount just chilling in the storage. Like 57 minutes ago, I got my daily raid bonus stuff, but I can't claim it because I want to have my daily stamina region. Because otherwise, what happens is I'll consume all of this. This is really nothing. This is actually nothing. At the grand scheme of things, these tickets, they're nothing. Like I'm just essentially hoarding them for like a month, and then I'm spending them all either in here, or in other events, or in co-op battle that is like taking me like longer than half an hour. I might actually do this one. Actually, I need. Nope. Yep. Maybe actually. I'll take a look at it later. But yeah, this has been it for this. I hope you'll have a good one. Pardon for rants. I'm like, it's fairly late at night. It's like 12 a.m. for me, and I'm pretty tired. I wanted to make like a bit of a longer video, but like, oh man, it's just tiring. I got so annoyed with co-op, and it's not necessarily like it's so mild. It's super mild that it's like, can you fix the internet issues? Can you fix the gameplay issues? Can we fix some of the what potentially feels like cheating? I want to play the game, man, and I get. Like I get pushed back by like their systems. I don't want to play it. I don't want to play with the systems doing like this. Either way, yeah, have a good one. Stay solid. Have a good one.